American football is the most popular sport in the United States, and it is not commonly associated with the Middle East. However, that is beginning to change. This past weekend, over the course of 3 days, 12 professional NFL football players arrived in Egypt to teach the sport to young folks from all over the region. Surprisingly, the sport initially began in Egypt back in 2007.
At first, we only had like 50, 60 guys, just 2 teams in Cairo. We started talking to each other about organizing a league maybe. We started to grow things together. After that, we started a league, and then we applied for membership in IFAF, the International Federation of Football. And things started picking up from there, and later on we had 5 teams, and we started the federation in December 2014.
Remember, as a running back, you remember I taught the linebackers that this is the strike zone. So if you run it straight up, you get hit right here.
The visiting NFL players taught proper fundamentals necessary to play the sport safely. The event was sponsored by the nonprofit foundation American Football Without Barriers, or AFWB. Former college teammates and current NFL players Gary Barnidge and Breno Giacomini founded AFWB 5 years ago.
We wanted to do something different that we haven't seen anybody else do. We wanted to bring sport that we love to play football and bring it overseas and introduce it to cultures that people don't think watch it or know anything about it.
This is something me and Gary didn't have growing up. Not only us, but the rest of our coaches. But originally it started with just the thought of giving back to the community. So it's grown into something much larger than that, and we're very grateful. And we really appreciate it, It's a very humbling experience.
Although the sport is not commonly associated with the region, one of the founding members of AFWB, Ahmed Awalida, is originally from Egypt.
We were having dinner, me, Breno, and Ahmed, 5 years ago. And we were going to do a football camp. Ahmed brought it up. He's like, oh, let's do one in Egypt, because he's Egyptian, so he wanted to do here. And I'm all about it. I love the Egyptian history. I wanted to be an archaeologist. So I was a no-brainer for me. I said, 100%, I'm done. Let's do it. And then we were planning it, and revolution broke out.
Due to the 2011 revolution, AFWB instead turned its sights to other countries and introduced the sport to Brazil, China, and Turkey. However, now that AFWB has made it to Egypt, the strong passion and aptitude for the sport has left an impression on the NFL players.
The knowledge of the game, even at a beginner's level, was really good. Some of these guys were telling me, he has the A gap or B gap, and that's big, man. If I'm saying scrape, they know what it is. Some little things like 2 and 3 jet was explained to them, but they got the concept very quickly. Slide one side, man the other side. So that's awesome. In comparison to some other countries, they're definitely a step ahead.
The once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to learn from some of the NFL's best has not been lost on these young folks.
For me, this was an unbelievable experience. I never thought in a million years that I would have something like this happen to me in Egypt, especially since we're in the Middle East and football's not a big game here. It's not even a big game in the region. So for us to have 12 NFL players to come and help these players grow and help them make them love the game even more than they love it, which is something amazing.
The 3-day event offered tutelage to all skill levels. The overwhelming interest in the sport was surprising, especially from the female contingent.
We had 3 programs in this camp. We have the advanced program, that's for the more experienced players in our league and in other Arab countries and African countries. And we have the basic camp for those who did not play the sport before or has played only for a short amount of time and want to learn more about the sport. And then we said we should have the junior camp. And that's only going to be for kids between 12 to 18 years old. And we were amazed by the number of applications we got. It's amazing. We've been getting messages on Facebook on our page, and girls are interested. They kept asking, do you guys have a team for girls? Why not? We want to apply, And then the number of messages we received started to increase. We thought we should start a team for them. We started one in the Pink Warriors, and the She-Wolves just started 2 weeks ago.
The AFWB camp culminated with the best Egyptian players selected by the NFL professionals, playing a scrimmage at the Egyptian National Olympic Center. Numerous exciting plays and big hits had fans on their feet, including this fantastic catch by the wide receiver for the AUC Titans, Haroun Tharwat. The recent visit by AFWB and the NFL players is sure to help spur the growth of the sport within Egypt and the region.
For me, it's something spectacular, and I'm gonna cherish that moment for the rest of my life.
Frank Barczyk, reporting from Cairo, Egypt.